A portion of Highway 55 closed for a massive construction project. This is going to impact thousands of you heading to work in the Golden Valley area. So let's check in with Eva. She's on 55 right now with an update for us. Eva.
Good morning, Jason. Yeah, we are at Highway 55 and Westchester Circle. As you mentioned, just within the last few minutes, they shut down that large stretch of road between 169 and Highway 100. I'm going to step out of the way to show you a little bit what's going on here. It's still obviously very dark, but you can see a lot of traffic cones. There were MnDOT vehicles. Some of them, they're on the move right now, so they're just starting to pull out more traffic cones in certain areas, and they just shut down the westbound portion of the road that we're at on Highway 55. Eastbound has been shut down since when we arrived here about an hour ago, but then you can also see another construction vehicle there. There have been people walking out of the cars, and looks like they're back in them now. But again, that's because they're busy closing down this entire stretch of road. There are going to be detours you're going to want to be on the lookout for. There's lots of signage, detours on Highway 100, Highway 169, and I-394. And we're off on this residential area just east of Highway 55, and just south of it. And there have been some cars kind of going here and then going there. So going back and forth, if I were to guess, it's because they're trying to figure out how to get around in this area that's just been shut down. So get your handy dandy 511 app out if you want to stay on top of all of this. And we'll have another update for you tracking this throughout the hour. In the next half hour, we'll have another update. Guys, back to you.
All right, Eva, thanks for that. We are tracking new fallout overnight from Capitol Hill. This morning, the search begins for a new House Speaker after Republicans voted Kevin McCarthy out of his job. It's the first time in U.S. history a Speaker has been voted out of office.
I don't regret my efforts to build coalitions and find solutions. I was raised to solve problems, not create them.
Now here's a look at how Minnesota's 8 representatives voted. It was along party lines, with Democrats voting for ousting the Speaker and Republicans siding with McCarthy. Former Minnesota U.S. Representative Vin Weber says he wasn't shocked McCarthy was voted out, but he's disappointed.
A totally destructive action that had no winners, except maybe in a small way the Democrats.
And the timing of this is less than ideal, as the House just narrowly avoided a government shutdown. They do have until November 17th to pass a budget, but now the Republicans need to nominate a Speaker of the House, and vote on that nominee before anything else can get done. McCarthy says he will not run again.
6:08 on the clock, and developing right now, a gunman is on the run near Baltimore, Maryland. In the last few hours, police confirmed the suspect shot at least 5 people near Morgan State University. The active shooter alert ended in just the last 6 hours after police cleared all the dorms on campus. The shooting started at around 8:30 last night near one of those dorms as a homecoming week event was just ending. Police say 4 of the victims were students there. With an investigation ongoing, the university is canceling classes today.
This morning, the picket line outside the Stellantis plant in New Hope is growing. In 3 hours, more union workers from around the region will be there supporting the ongoing auto worker strike. We're getting a better look at the cost of the strike so far. Analysis from the Anderson Economic Group shows in the first 2 weeks, the strike cost nearly $4 billion. And that's a significant jump from more than $1.5 billion in week 1. That's because more workers joined the picket line last week. The total price takes into account money lost by the 3 main companies, suppliers, dealers, and customers.
Well, just after lunchtime today, be ready for your phone, your TV, your car radio, all of them to sound an alarm. It's only a test, but a Federal Emergency Management Agency broadcast will go out to all people all over the U.S. at 1:20 this afternoon. So don't schedule your naps around this. The test includes emergency alerts to all wireless devices. You should also get a text letting you know that it's only a test. The alert will look and sound like an Amber Alert. State officials say the test will help improve alerts for severe weather and local emergencies, as well as national ones. FEMA says this is only the 3rd nationwide wireless test ever, and only the 2nd time contacting people's cell phones. And to cut down on any confusion, Hennepin County is moving the time of its tornado siren test. The sirens are usually tested the first Wednesday of every month at around 1 p.m. The county says, though, it doesn't want 2 test warnings going off so close to one another, so today they'll both happen at the same time.
Well, if you haven't gotten your tax rebate check, keep an eye on your mail the next couple of days. The state's Department of Revenue says it's done sending out rebate checks. If you didn't get one, the agency says to double check if you're eligible before contacting them. And if you accidentally threw it out, don't worry. New checks are sent out automatically if you don't cash it within 60 days. Right now, Xcel Energy crews are working to restore power to more than 1,000 Minnesotans waking up without power. Some rain rolled through the area, knocking out power last night. And John, that rain is come and gone, but yeah, it's impacting quite a few people this morning still.
It is. And a lot of this, the power outages, are assuming is just from the heavy winds yesterday. Things are more quiet this morning. Not the 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. It's still warm out here. If you were expecting it to be cool, then it's kind of a letdown because it's still 65 and super comfortable. We did pick up rain. Talking about those thunderstorms, I think a lot of those just came from the sheer wind, not necessarily thunderstorm wind. Wilmer, St. Cloud, you guys picked up over 0.6, isolated inch in that blue area. Twin Cities actually came in at 0.13. The reason that there was some after midnight, technically this was before midnight. So we saw a little bit of rain at around midnight to 1 o'clock in the morning, but not much more than that. 65, like I said, super comfortable. 50s starting to show up in Moorhead, so this is going to be a gradual cool down. You will, however, feel it this afternoon. It was in the middle 80s yesterday. Now we're going to be in the middle to upper 60s at the Twins game. Nice baseball weather. If you like it now, you're going to like it later. You can actually get away with wearing a hoodie or a long sleeve shirt if the cold weather bothers you, or if you like it like this, you can wear a shorts t-shirt, kind of that in-between day. We are dealing with thick clouds now, but we're going to start seeing some sunshine. Look at that, lots of sunshine. We are going to be tracking a big cool down. We'll take a look at that 7-day forecast in your next weather.